Welcome to the Getty-Dubay Italic Letter of the Day video series, where we use the Getty-Dubay Handwriting Success App to talk about best practices for each letter of the alphabet, one at a time. This video is for parents of school children, teachers, and adults who would like to work on their own handwriting. You can follow along using the app or any of the Getty-Dubay Italic handwriting workbooks, or simply use lined paper. Your handwriting can go places. Today we practice the lowercase m. M is a member of the family of italic lowercase letters that utilizes an arch shape. That family also includes the letters H, N, and R. We're using a nice big 9mm body height to start, which corresponds to the line spacing you would typically find on elementary school ruled line paper. Start by tracing the model. Letter M begins at the waistline. Move downward to the baseline, a nice straight line at a 5-degree slope, just like lowercase basic italic I, without the dot. Retrace upward to meet the branching line. The branching line is exactly halfway between the baseline and the waistline. Branch upward to the right, touch the waistline, complete the arch by curving downward, a little steeper than before, then move down to the baseline with a straight line that is parallel to the initial part of the stroke. Then repeat. Compared to the other arch-shaped letters, M is wider, made up of 2 arches that are narrower than the N and H. There are no loops or lifts in this one-stroke letter. Let's practice more by tracing the dashed line model. Begin at the waistline. Breathe out for a nice straight vertical downstroke to the baseline. Retrace, without making a loop, then branch to touch the waistline. Complete the arch, then continue straight from the branching line to the baseline. Once again, branch up at the branching line, reach the waistline, continue down back to the branching line, then straight to the baseline. One self-assessment tool you have is to look at the counter shapes within a letter. The space between the lines of your letter help make it legible, in the same way that the empty space of a cup gives the cup its usefulness. With letter M, there are 4 counters to look at: the 2 large internal arches and the 2 little triangles. How wide should the M be? It should be somewhat wider than the golden rectangle that fits most of the italic lowercase letters, perhaps a third wider. Think about it being the same width as your lowercase w from family 2. Moving on to cursive italic, letter M remains the same. All we do is include the entrance and exit serifs that allow us to join into and out of other letters. Notice that we've switched to a 5mm body height, using a line spacing that is slightly narrower than college-ruled paper. Let's trace and copy again. Be sure to end with a soft angle exit serif that has a 45-degree angle to the baseline. No matter what slope you use for your handwriting, be sure that the slope is consistent within the letter and is parallel with all other vertical strokes. Also, we want to avoid exaggerating the serif, branching too early, too late, branching at different places, or adding a loop to the letter by starting at the baseline. After practicing single letters, it is a good idea to begin combining them in letter pairs and words. Now on page 33, line 5 of the Getty-Dubay Handwriting Success App, we can trace and copy the MM letter pair to practice the join into and out of M. We use that soft angle exit serif to initiate the diagonal join. Joining into M is the same as joining into N and R. Tracing and copying is a time-tested method for handwriting instruction. Limit your repetition of single letters to 8 copies or so. It's best to put those letters to work as soon as you can, in letter pairs and words. Here's Sam to help us with that. Also, it is very important to build self-assessment skills as you go along. Do your letters start at the top? All lowercase and capital italic letters start at the top except lowercase d and lowercase e. Look at your work. Circle your best letters. Underline letters that you would like to improve, then plan your future practice. This video is not intended as a complete handwriting guide. Use Getty-Dubay Italic books and materials for comprehensive instruction. And if you have the Getty-Dubay Handwriting Success App, the Right Now book, or the Getty-Dubay Italic Handwriting Series Instruction Manual, you can explore the rich history of letter M as it evolves from ancient times all the way through to modern italic.